Hi, Capricorn. Aquarius season reading. All information to work with me one-on-one is below. And the extended to this reading. So, just came out of your season, which I think for all of us was some kind of restructuring into this year of 2023. And we still came in heavy. Still had a lot to focus on. You came in realizing that you were more attached to certain parts of your life than others. And that became very clear as of recent. From the 8 to the 9 is like you saying yes and then stopping. You know, 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands to the Judgment card is basically like you saying, think of like when you say to someone else, like, just pick something, just do something. That's kind of like what's happening with you right now. You're getting a taste of how you can be sometimes. And the most important thing is that this, even though he looks unattached to what's behind him, he still had to make that journey. And what does that bring you? You know, I think you want this 9 of Cups. Not too attached, like you have everything you need, you're chilling, you're feeling good, maybe in a great place, whatever it is. But then something calls your attention, and it might be a risk that you need to take. More importantly, what's happening is something's really opening up for you. It's just one of my cats. I'm just checking in. It's where life is opening up for you right now. Wherever you thought you were fine, you are. It's just this final check, this final, it's like a final edits before you release something. You put out a video, you put out a book, anything. You just need that final walkthrough. And it's not that it's not painful, it doesn't hurt. It's just that you're meandering possibly in a part of your life or even a mental thought, and you don't realize you've had this same thought. You've been around this thought before. You've been around this pond before. You've been in this area before, and then Judgment's like, okay, that's it. That's what needs to shift. That's what needs to be left alone. And that's what's going to close and open up something new. And so the season could have already felt like, or it could already be leading up to that at this point. But Aquarius season still has a few more weeks. And you have yet to be revealed what it is. And what it is that you don't realize that you've maybe been hiding from yourself, right? So you may have been hiding, like you may not have known that this thing or this part of you or something's been needing or wanting to come out of you, and of maybe even like terms of creating. Like there's just certain even parts of yourself that you didn't realize you were skilled at or you did so well with, or that, and all of a sudden this appears. Or you try something new and it's something like, oh wow. Or you realize why you had been waiting, or why you've had this patient energy, or where this is coming from, because you now realize that everything comes knocking on the door. Yeah, Capricorn loves to work for sure, but it doesn't have to be your whole identity. They really like to enjoy too. And if you Capricorn are working too much and you're not enjoying enough, or whatever you're going through mentally is exhausting, it's really about time that, and you can take your own process for sure, but you need to still give yourself moments of coming out of that, of giving yourself a chance to live. in the way that you like, in maybe a way that you haven't been, whether it's mentally or physically. What I think more than anything is that you not only take back some power that maybe was being given to the wrong place, but you can really see that how certain things in your life when you were younger impacted you more than others. That a certain person in your life impacted you, how they acted impacted you more than others. Neither negative nor positive, but how you handle things also can reflect how this person handled things. So it might be wise to take a look at that, especially someone who may have had and just naturally had that maybe authority over you or commanded that authority. And, you know, obviously it could be an older person, you know, respecting your elders is a thing. And I think that you can see now that it's not about disrespecting them. It's not about not appreciating what you've learned from them. It's not about any of those things. It's more just like, I respect that. I did that for a while. That worked for a little bit. That worked for them. But I'm seeing that I'm different. Something's changing. I'm changing. Something about the way I do things is changing. The way I see things is changing. And you then realize that you have the authority and the power over yourself to continue that process or to accept it. And it all, you know, sometimes it all just falls into place. It may come with some changes. But more importantly, if it has you taking longer moments appreciating your life, meaning enjoying it, doing things you love to do, and really taking it in anytime that mentality comes up with you, all you have to do, and I know this sounds so cliche and it's said a lot, but you take a look at what you're grateful for. You take a look at what you really have in this life and what you have to value. Whether it's relationships, connections, what you've built, the person that you're becoming, and maybe what you do for a living has so much value to it, or you put so much value in how you approach what you're doing. And maybe you find that you want to do something that helps a little bit more in this area or helps people in this way, or you want to use it in a different way, like what you do, but use it a little differently. You may feel inclined to make certain changes in your life that really uplift you, and it's almost like you just followed an inkling and you didn't even know, but then that's when it happens, and it just starts to happen, and all of a sudden your life continues to unfold in a beautiful way. It's just, there's so much ease if you allow it this month, and it could be even funny. But there will be a moment where you do recognize that you have to, or you may have to restructure a certain part of you. And I think I need Capricorns up to it, because I think the beauty about how your nature can be is that you don't do things until it's time. Like, you're not trying to rush it. You're not trying to, and you're not without patience, right? So you know it's coming. Like, a lot of Capricorns are already in their worth in a lot of ways, especially work, that you know it's coming. You know that you're gonna meet that thing when you need to meet it. You know that if you do this, especially if it's something that you know you want to do, if it's something that you went to school for, been working towards, you know that it's going to meet you. But there are unexpected surprises and shifts in how you do this, I think, in the year ahead. But I think Aquarius season really maybe broadens that for you and has you see like how it's not just about the singular job that you're in. It's about how you treat the people around you being in that job, if you are around people, or the people you do have to be in contact with, right? That not necessarily a part of the description, but it should be, right? To be able to be respectful towards everyone, you know, as long as respect has been there since the beginning too, right? I think it's all relative. All right, Capricorn. We'll see you in the second part, or extended, whatever you want to call it. And all information to work with me again is below. We'll see you next month.